Godzilla's! Mama! We got you the big... No, 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 no. You can just take that present, shove it up your... Ah, my back! Ah, what the hell was that? Hey, you up there. Get down here and face me like a man, you noob.
Noob? I'll show you a noob. Boom, headshot.
Hey guys, welcome to Super Important Reviews. My name's Steve.
And my name is Arnes.
And today I'll be going over the PlayArts Kai Alien Colonial Marines #2 Spitter Alien. If you don't know who this is, I don't blame you, because it was from the awesomest game in the world called Aliens Colonial Marines by Gearbox. That nice little gem of a game right there. If you guys actually spent money on this game, you would also know where this alien's from. Which, to give this game some credit, the alien designs in it were actually really sweet. And Arnes, just get that out of here.
Hey, Steve, you know what we should go over is the special edition aliens that came with the toy.
No, we're not. Yes, I bought the special edition of that game as well. But you guys, if you've seen some of my other videos, you would already known this. But personally, I didn't fully hate Alien Colonial Marines. For what it was, the multiplayer was actually really nice, which is where this alien mainly is from, which he was the more sniper alien, which is actually really cool, and also probably the most cheaty thing about that game. So I just remember spending so much time sitting on top of buildings with Arnes, just raining spitty acid death on everybody else that was playing the game.
It is the best 3 out of 10 game I have ever played. And this is the guy right here that sold that.
So that's the main reason why we picked this up. And also we got this guy for a pretty good steal. So without further ado, for the packaging, actually probably one of the sweetest things about this entire figure is this box is freaking gorgeous. Really love the alien on the front here. It has this nice silver effect coming down here on the bottom with the PlayArts Kai. Tells you what he is. And then for the top of the packaging, has the image of the video game art on there, which, bit of a bummer, but actually looks really nice there. And then for the sides of the packaging, this side, not too much. You get a picture of the ship, which is pretty sweet. Other side of the packaging, just get an image of the tail, nothing too much going on there. And then for the back of the packaging, gives you more position of the alien in some sweet poses. Gives you a picture of the lurker alien, which we sadly don't have, and some Japanese mumbo jumbo. Then for the bottom of the packaging, if it was right side up,
oh, me scusi.
No problem. You see a ton of aliens here on the bottom here, which actually looks pretty sweet, and it also tells you it's an online purchase available from Japan, US, France, UK, and Germany. And then what's also really nice about this packaging is, Arnes, you can open it up and it has this nice display, which I know I got a little bit excited and the alien is not currently in the box, but I really like the effect that it has going here, where it has like the corridor going towards the alien that would be in the background, which is really sweet. Also, it tells you a little bit about the Xeno here, about the distress signal for the actual, give me a setup for Alien Colonial Marines, and also about the alien and what it does, and a nice image of it here. So this actually makes for a really nice display piece, and overall, just in terms of packaging, this figure is already a 10 out of 10. So let's get into the actual figure since he's already out of his prison. All right, so now that we're able to open up out of his prison, you'll see that he comes with this display stand, which is really ugly on this guy. Like, you're gonna mainly need it to keep him standing up here in these upright positions. Am I going to be propping him up against a wall or try to support him with his tail instead of using a stand? Most definitely, but we're going over this thing anyways because you actually have to tear this out of the packaging and also assemble it, so we put some effort into this, so we're showing it off.
And you guys are going to watch it, so you guys are going to like this. I mean, this stand is just the greatest thing I've ever seen, would you say, Steve?
Yeah, sure. It's not like Monster Arts does it any better, or Figure Arts, or just most doll makers in general.
So the question is, can you find something better like this out there, Steve?
Yeah. Let me take it off the stand real quick.
Oh, yeah, let's it's the claw. Get. No. Stand works really great, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it holds it on there pretty well. So we confirmed something.
So if I bring it up closer, you will able to see the PlayArts Kai logo down at the bottom. And then up here, it's... Steve, it's a little loose. Shouldn't you tighten this a little better?
I was in a hurry.
But the neat thing is, you can actually adjust this.
So what you can do is, if you need to, you can adjust the size according to the action figure, which is pretty neat. It's not really necessary, especially for this figure, because as you can see, we're already getting a little bit bigger than that, so it's not something that's necessary, but I can see them using this for a lot of other figures, so it's neat that it comes with it, but to me, it just doesn't seem that necessary, especially with this guy being more of a NECA scale action figure. Alright, for some of his other accessories, he comes with this little stand, and it also comes with a little face hugger. This face hugger looks really nice. Really like the detail that they got going here. Even has like the little part right here for the membrane, which looks a little wrong. The tail detail also looks really nice, and overall this face hugger is just pretty impressive looking, to be honest. And he also comes with this little stand.
Here, I'll pull the stand for you, Stevie.
Thank you. For the stand, looks really nice too. Really wish it was a little bit bigger, but it's got some really nice effects here, especially with the breaking glass right here. Looks really sweet. It has some little grading detail, and overall, it's a nice little piece to go with it, but it just would have been nice to be a little bit larger, because then it just would have been a little bit more extravagant, personally.
And you can grab the face hugger, and he sits right there.
Yeah. Alright, so bringing him in for a closer look. For his head sculpt, turned out really nice. Really like the coloring that he's got going on here, with a lot of blacks, teals, and kind of like brown and greens in there, which look really sweet. Really like how it has that frosted effect, like how it had in the original Alien, where it's kind of very clean looking there, which looks really sweet. I like these little crests that come off on the side of his head too. Look kind of hammerheady. His teeth turned out gnarly as well. Like, look at how nice those are. And they got this nice metallic silver going on in there. Same with this little mini mouth right here, which is a little off color, to be honest.
Just like, a little bit.
Yeah, just like all this entire figure. It's like really nice black green shine to it, and then you just got this bone white thing sticking out of his mouth. It's just a little odd, but I like it overall. It's pretty cool. And then his mouth here is even a little bit translucent, just kind of like the NECA Queen, which is really actually sweet. Really like the way the venom sacs came out of the inside of here. Look really nice. Have this nice yellow and green to it, and you can even see like the glands on the inside of them. This is really nice attention to detail on this figure. Then even for the back of the crest here too, has some details underneath here as well, which is really nice. Really like all the indentations here, and even has a spinal cord here coming down to the base of the neck here, which is really nice. Then moving down the rest of his body, his neck looks pretty nice. His body kind of has the same kind of teal here going on with a lot of blacks, and even has the sack coloring on here as well with the kind of like neon yellow going on in there, which looks really nice. Even has a little bit of these rib cages kind of sticking out here at the bottom, which in terms of when we go over the articulation, that's one thing I kind of worry that could break a little bit, so just be a little bit wary on that when you're moving this guy around.
I got a question, Steve.
All right.
Now, I remember playing the game, you know, and I remember using him a lot, but I never remember seeing those ribs at the bottom on him.
Well, since the game was kind of, to me, really reminiscent of something you'd see on like a PlayStation, maybe low-quality PlayStation 2, like, I understand that it's not going to be quite as detailed as what this figure is actually capable of, so props to Square Enix for making this look as realistic as it possibly can. Really love the way the dorsal spines here turned out really ginormous, and helps to give them a little bit different characteristics than what you see with like the warrior class or even the dog alien, because he literally didn't have any. So it's really cool that he has these. Kind of gives him a differentiating feature with the rest of the collection that I have. And then for his arms here, turned out really gnarly. And then one thing to point out too, because it's a little bit more noticeable on the arms here, is he has this really nice shine to him. Kind of gives him this nice slimy, slick alien look, which pretty much reminiscent of all the alien figures. So again, kind of keeps up with the continuation of those guys. But his arms do look really nice. Really like the pointiness here with the little elbow blades here. And even with his nails on his claws, like he even has painted silver nails, which it's kind of weird that they're silver. Like I get that the whole mechanical feel to it, but kind of wish they were a little bit more like a bone white color or something. Would have been nice. And one thing I'm going to point out here too is that before we get over the articulation, is that here, the one noticeably ugly thing on this figure is you can see all the ball joints here, like here on the elbows. You can see it here underneath on the neck. If you lift this part up, when you start articulating the neck, it shows off there as well. Coming down here, this part doesn't really bother me as much. And then even down here on the legs, you can see a lot of the ball joint here as well. And then same with the tail here too, which that one you can kind of hide a little better, but this one's kind of noticeable. And on the NECA figures, actually grabbing one. Hand me a NECA figure, Arnes.
What's a NECA figure?
Wrong one, buddy. Not even close. Alright, we got a NECA figure at least. I need the alien, buddy. Hey, we got one! You can see on him where the joint sections are, like here on the elbow. It's actually really nicely hidden. It kind of has the same molded shapes that the arms do as well, so it helps to blend it in a lot. On him, nope, straight up ball joints. So you may notice that the hand here too, for his, it just has like a little hinge and a rotation here, so it gives it a nice swivel to it. Well, his, literally see the ball joint. Same on the bottom of the legs here. Not very well hidden on him, but then again, his legs kind of suck because they pop off really easy. So that one I actually don't really mind quite as much as the other ones. So that's one thing on this figure that it's probably my major complaint out of this entire thing for me anyways, is I think they could have done a little bit better job at hiding these, but it's not horrible. It's just, it's there. And then for the rest of his body, looks really nice as well. Same with the legs here. Like, I really love all these little spike crests coming out of his knees. This gives him a very nice and gnarly look. And then you got your alien feet there. Have just same metallic paint here on the toenails. Looks really cool. And then you got his tail, which for right here, it's made out of this soft plastic. So it has a lot of the bendability here. So when you want to move stuff, it kind of bends in and out for you.
His rear's blown out, Steve.
Just a little bit. He's had some abuse. But what's nice is the tail actually has its own little articulated joint here, so you actually get a lot of bend here to it. And then this is the same bendy wire that we got with all the other NECA figures, except this part can rotate here at the end. But his tail looks really nice. Really love the bone shape to it coming all the way down here. And then towards the tip of the tail, you get this nice kind of like pitchfork kind of effect going on here, which is very unique with him compared next to all the other aliens, which is something that I overall just love this guy in terms of details, is that he's just very unique compared to all the other alien figures. And just pretty much for that, he's already pretty much a bonus for being in my collection. And then Arnes, you want to do the articulation for me?
Yeah. You know, the only issue that I have with him so far that you went over is that this is based off the game, right?
Yeah.
And one of his moves in the game is a poison claw. So why didn't they just paint it like green or something, you know, like to match the rest of the poison?
Actually, you know, that might have been actually kind of neat too. Maybe a little bit more of like the kind of secretion kind of effect going on there.
Yeah, would have looked a lot better, but hey.
Yeah, I still think it's suitable nonetheless.
Alright, so now for the articulation, we're going to start with his head, which is actually probably one of his best articulations because it's got the full 360 motion on it, and then his head moves really good with his neck, because he can do this. Yeah. And then his mouth open, and you can pull out his bleached out second mouth. It's from all that acid he does, I'm telling you. That is
bad for his teeth.
Yeah, really bad. And you go back in there. No. There we go. And then for the back, what did you say these were called, Steve?
No, the dorsal spines.
Dorsal spines. And they can have a full, almost 360 motion, but they're really good all the way around. You can use this to move his neck. And come down here to his arms, which they can go whee, all the way around, 360, up and down. Same at his elbows, which, as Steve was saying earlier, this ugly thing right here. And his hand. And down here at his stomach, you can twist him around. Really good, actually. A lot better than I thought you would be able to. Look.
The sounds that he makes. He's like, stop it, please.
Stop it. Help. Come on. There we go. And then we come down here to his legs, which is probably the bad part out of all the articulations because it's really hindered.
Yeah, it's pretty much the way the mold is right around here. It just really hinders his little movements right there. It would have been nice to maybe see like a little section right here to give him a little bit of rotation right there. Because other than that, you can't really swivel his legs too much.
Well, that's not true. He can do this. Look at that. Huh? Can you do that, Steve? Can you touch your toe? Oh, look at that. Yeah. And then down here on his knee, he's got a double knee joint. Right, Steve?
Yep.
Down at his leg, another
the awesomeness of ball joints.
Yeah, we're gonna say that. And then the one thing that bugs me is you can't really twist this around much. Like,
well, I think the bottom has a little bit of rotation on it.
No, don't. Oh God, yes it does.
Ah,
he does. He broke it. Look at that. Huh. Oh, yeah.
Broke it in is what you mean.
Yeah, giggity. And then for the back of his tail, which is really good. Go up and down all the way around, and then he can do this trick. Bam. Look at that.
I think we're starting to get into a hard R here.
It's NC-17 now. And then for the top, it has just full rotation, which is, I'm really surprised how good this turned out to be, excuse me.
Alright, so for some quick comparisons, here we have the Alien Spitter with one of the only other PlayArts Kai figures that I have, the Dead Space 3 Isaac Clarke.
And here he is next to NECA's Dead Space Isaac Clarke 1 and Isaac Clarke Dead Space 2.
And here's some NECA Alien action figures, the Alien Warrior and the Dog Alien.
It's a cow alien.
It's a dog.
I watched the movie
bark, bark,
the other day.
Bark.
Moo, moo.
And here is riding the NECA Alien Queen. And here's the Globs Arachnid from Starship Troopers. So overall with the Colonial Marine Spitter, personally, I think he was definitely worth the buy. His articulation and details on him are actually really nice. And he's actually probably one of the more articulated aliens in my collection next to the Alien Queen, which is something that was a little bit of a surprise to me.
My only downfall for this figure is, or the bad thing about it, is just the coloring on his claws. Is I would actually wished that they would like made him a different color, so this way it can go with the game. But that's just my thing about it that really bugs me.
And we picked him up for $50 plus shipping, which personally to me is a really good deal. Because this guy originally was at around $100, which seems pretty hefty, especially with this guy coming in at the same scale as the NECA Alien figures. And with him only being slightly more articulated and having a little bit better details, the price, that range of price gap seems a little bit much. But around the $50, $60 range, especially with this guy being an import figure, I personally think that's worth it. So what do you guys think? Have you guys picked up this alien? Have you guys played Colonial Marines? Or you guys' games just need to be 10 out of 10? Please let us know in the comments. We'll have closer pictures of them on Facebook. If you want to click the link description below, please don't be afraid to share this video around. If you like this and want to see more stuff like this, please give us a like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.